Good morning, everybody.
My phobia is getting pulled over by the police.
Man, my heart dropped every time.
We are the morning show that you can watch at night. Did you know that?
Because it's teaching, in my personal humble opinion, young women that you don't have to really go out there and get a real job. You can look pretty and spend your days, see who you can date, and become Instagram famous. And then you too can be fabulous every day. It's an unrealistic expectation of you.
But we're going downhill from here.
Little balled up stomachs.
Nobody wants to own up to anything they've done to African American people over the past 400 years. You want to take everything that we got, everything that we brought this country, forget, you know what? I love indigenous people.
I always talk about the movements. Why people keep doing stupid stuff and why I don't get the Black Lives Matter movement and all this other stuff. And then I'm like, well, why don't I just start my own thing?
A whole entire country was built on the backs of...
Hey, listen, y'all know what time it is. Mr. Lee Black, holla. Oh, my. Look at those words. Okay, holla at him for a second.
This is not 9 minutes and 49 seconds sitting on somebody's neck. This is an officer doing a very difficult job, right? That should have been avoided before it happened.
Did you really mean that? And I was like, yes, absolutely, I did mean that. With my whole being and my whole heart.
TFG tonight with Brenton, Haynes and the morning team.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Hey, cousin, thank you so much. She loved doing that for us. I don't know why. I appreciate her. She's cute, don't you think? Maybe. Hey, man, good morning, everybody. Can I say good morning, Afghanistan? Is it too early? All right. I won't crack no jokes. All right, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show this morning, everybody. When you come in, say what's up. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about today. Y'all know how we like this thing. You say, what's up, man? Good to see you. You say, yuck. You must mean yo. Hey, I ain't seen y'all in like 7 days, right? Yeah. So listen, y'all, we finna put it in, and y'all know what? Somebody's coming home. She been gone. So we're gonna see what she got to say today. But y'all know how we starting this thing off. I'm gonna twist it up just a little bit. We're gonna keep up with somebody, but it won't be the Trumps. We're gonna keep up with the Cuomos. So y'all listen. If I could look like that dude that everybody made his little video go famous with, ha, got him. They got him. They got him, y'all. Listen, last week we talked about Buddy Cuomo coming on and, trying to defend himself. But it didn't work. And y'all know Jesse James, she always carrying 2 guns, right? She still got her eyes on DJ, but she got the duck. She caught up with Cuomo. She made him resign, y'all. Listen, you don't resign from that type of job unless you know something coming down the chute. So all I can say, we called it. They came and got that boy. So Democrats, I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all claws a little dirty too. So, but Cuomo, you did a good job. Maybe, I don't know. I ain't never lived in New York. Maybe I'll ask the family when they come on. So you know what? Let's get started. Let's go and bring them on so I can ask somebody about this old Cuomo move. Hey, is Black Cobbler himself. There go King. Look at sister with that 44 ounce. Who is that? Oh, what up?
Oh my God, I'm so dehydrated. It's not even funny.
Ain't nobody tell you to run 5,000 laps.
Like, what's up with that cup though? Like 7-Eleven for real?
What you sitting on the rower?
Huh? No. Okay, so, hey, while I was supposed to be on vacation, I picked up my old hobby, and I'm back into the gym training and boxing and doing some MMA and doing some jujitsu, and like me and Bubba are bonding over martial arts right now.
What?
So I just got out of class, so I'm like, whew. I'm tired.
Well, listen, the family is excited to see you, man. We ain't like you.
We
Like
missed you.
like yeah, you been like on
I
FML
missed
list
y'all.
something.
I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god, I need to hurry up and come back because I'm. Oh yeah, I
yeah,
I
missed
mean,
yeah.
y'all.
I don't know what you come back for with that Dallas Cowboy hat on your head.
See, look at
Look,
him. Look at
I'm
him.
paying. Look,
Look
don't
at
be
him.
talking about my Cowboys now. Don't
You
be
mean the
talking
All
about
right.
my
cow?
Cowboys.
You mean the
So
cowgirls?
don't even go there. See,
Okay. All
Hey,
right.
look, we
Listen,
ain't
listen.
even 5 minutes in yet.
That's it. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
we?
Don't get started with it yet. So listen, y'all. Hey, so what? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all. Now, Lee, I know you've been around there. So did Cuomo do a decent job in your opinion?
He did about a decent enough job that you would expect from a politician. And I've said many times, I've said it on this show, I don't trust none of them. They're all snakes. But if you judging him strictly on the job he did for New York, he did do a good job.
what up,
You know,
Brenton?
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. See,
Brett.
I'm able to separate the man from his character from his job. He really did guide New York City through the pandemic better than anybody else. You can't take that away from him. It just so happened he liked to touch and grab behind closed doors. So
Man, listen, it's so
He
funny, man.
said
Like
touch and grab.
I literally saw like this little timeline that some of the news broadcasters were giving about Giuliani and Cuomo and a couple other dudes and how we ended up with the first, mayor, female mayor of New York, and everybody that came before her in the last few years, man, like they was like always in some type of sexual scandal. It's like, what's wrong with them clowns down there, man? They just really tripping, but they caught up with Cuomo. That's all I can say about it. So you boys, y'all better hang low, or not. Don't hang low. No, get low. I'm sorry, don't hang low. Get
Get
low.
low.
So, yeah. What's up, Shauna? Good to see you, Madam Chef. So hey, so that's Cuomo, y'all. Man, I am so excited. I am ready to get started. Y'all ready to get in this thing?
What
Yes,
up?
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, man.
I
What you got?
am.
Okay,
What you
I
got
know,
for
I
me?
know, I know. So you ain't been. Listen, we owe you some. So yeah, I do remember Patterson. Right. So that's funny. Yes, all of them. Right. I don't even want to start talking about that. All right, what we got next, madam? Let's get in this thing. What we got? Okay. Oh, yep. All right. So hey, y'all, this like the big thing right here, right? So apparently, I don't know where you living at if you don't know anything about this, but Afghanistan is no longer um a democracy. They now have been oppressed by Bin Laden's boys. So apparently, it has always been the desire of Joseph R. Biden to not have those troops there. I wonder did his son fight in Afghanistan?
He
I don't
did.
know. Okay, you know what? I thought so. And that right there said a whole lot for me when you said that. So that, if nothing else, he'll never say it openly. But I'm telling you, this is my opinion. That's the reason why he stopped this war, because of his son. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't care what nobody else say. I'm gonna tell you, he'll never say it publicly, but I promise you that's the reason why. So this is my thing. We have two military brats here, and I want you guys to give us some clarity. What's going on, Sandra? Good to see you. Why now they come for him? Why
They
now
come.
they come for him?
What?
you
Okay.
talking
Huh?
about Cuomo? Cuomo,
Oh
probably.
wow.
Oh,
Oh
Oh, okay. I was
yeah.
about to say, wait,
I don't
what?
know. What?
Yeah.
I
I said,
was
this
kind
is not
of.
new.
Yeah.
Never mind,
I
wrong
was a
subject.
little. I was a
Wrong. So I was
little
Okay.
like, wait, this
lost.
is not new. This
Yeah.
is not new.
Okay. Well, we can
I
we can
was a
talk about
little
that.
lost on
We'll,
that.
we'll talk about that, Sandra. Hold on. Let me finish talking about the Taliban. So ultimately, if you don't know, the Taliban has now overthrown the city of Kabul, and so now, uh, as we get into it, I'll give my opinion about what's really going on. But Dwayne, kind of give us
Hmm?
that cliff note. Why did they do this, and why is it such a big deal?
Why did what the Taliban take over the way they did, or why did we
No,
pull
no, no,
out?
no, no, no. Why
I can
why are
tell you.
people okay? Well,
I can
go
tell
on,
you.
sister. Go on. Why did
Look,
sister?
I'm going in a whole different because it's gonna be a conspiracy for me.
Uh-oh.
So back into let's see, when Obama was president back then, I could have sworn there was something going on where there was a security contract or something with Afghanistan where they didn't want to pay us to be there.
Right.
So then when Trump came in office, he tried to renegotiate with the Taliban, actually had pictures of him with the Taliban, the leaders of the Taliban, trying to negotiate us pulling out the rest of our troops from there. Stop me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that this was a thing. And then what happened was the girl, one of our service members, got killed over there, and it was like a couple of days before they were about to have a meeting. And so they squashed that, said, "Nuh-uh, you kill one of ours, we're good." And then they stopped negotiating altogether. I remember that part. So what I'm thinking of is that, so nobody wants to pay us to be there, so now we ain't there. And so now you got the Taliban like, well, we just gonna do what we want to do.
Okay.
That's what I feel like is going on.
I love the summation. I appreciate that. So good. I appreciate you keeping it nice, short, and sweet. So yes, and the thing about it is we have spent over. I mean, what has been like $2 trillion?
We spent about between Iraq and Afghanistan. We spent about Iraq was about 1 billion or so, and then Afghanistan has been about $1 trillion, a little over $1 trillion.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of money. But where all this
in
money
20
go?
years.
Yeah, and the thing about it, y'all, they put all this money into this thing, right, Dwayne? They put all this money into this thing, and the problem is that they don't have nothing to say. I mean, if y'all been training for 20 years and these jokers came in 2 days, I mean, who the fool?
So
Right.
My experiences with Middle Eastern military forces, if sometimes if the Americans ain't there, they don't have the will to fight. We spent all that time in Afghanistan training their military, training their police force, and giving them the weapons, weaponizing them to be able to defend themselves against the Taliban. And then with us being there and helping over the 20 years, we was able to push the Taliban from the north out to the east, back towards Pakistan, push them in the mountains there. Well, with this withdrawal, the withdrawal was already in the plans. It was already within the works. It's just, I think personally it was a bad timing. It was really, really bad timing because, they're always sitting in the wind waiting. I mean,
No.
it's never going to be a good time. But so when I say it's bad timing, it's they were waiting. They already knew strength had started to die down. We can't. I mean, because you got to think about it. Afghanistan. How many different empires have tried to conquer Afghanistan? The Persians, the Romans. I mean, you name it. So many people.
Yes, thank you.
Have tried.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So many people have tried to, conquer Afghanistan, but nobody's been able to do it. I mean, it's a region that, it's a mountainous region. It's hard to even get anything in there, and they're just gonna go and hide, and then they have the local populace so afraid. It's just like it's that bad. I mean, if you ever seen that movie Lone Survivor, it pretty much kind of tells you how it is and how Afghanistan shapes up. But I think it's politically, I don't think we could afford to stay in Afghanistan any longer. And you're right,
because they're not paying us.
Well, so those privatized government contracts for government security, those contracts were cut back way back in like
2017. I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I mean they started cutting them back like 2014, but it didn't really become a big thing until like the major contracting companies like I can't remember the name of them, but some of them like 2017. It's like, oh yep, we're not getting paid the money, so they pushed up to Iraq. They started going up to Iraq, and then now that we done started closing down bases and FOBs up there, there's no need for them.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let me let Black go right quick, and then we'll pick it back up. Go ahead, Black.
So, guys, first and foremost, I want to acknowledge the service men and women that's right here on this panel. So, with all due respect, I love what you guys do. I respect it. I would not have the freedoms that I have without what you do. So I want to thank you for that. Having said that, I happen to be a cynic, a contrarian, and a conspiracy theorist.
Proud of it too, y'all.
Somewhat as well. I'm very proud of it.
Yes, he is.
And it calls to mind one of my favorite movies, JFK, where in that movie it talks about the power of America truly being in its ability to wage war.
Yes,
and
war is lucrative.
War is a profit.
Absolutely. So if you've never seen the movie, it really highlights, that who shot JFK wasn't important. Who did it? It's the reasons behind it that he interfered with the war machine, basically. So when I get too deep into that, I'm going to say this on that subject. One of those few occasions I do agree with Donald Trump. He has this is where you shoot the messenger, because he might have said it, and it's horrible to say it the way he did it, but I agree in principle. When he took office, he said, put America first, and in this sense, I agree with him. America plays big brother to the world.
Right.
We the brother's keeper everywhere around the world, and so I'm glad that they pulled themselves out. We shouldn't have been over there for 20 years. My thing is, and Lamar brings up a good point, that what about Japan, Germany, Italy? If we wanted to, we could stick our noses in a fight any damn where as we do. But it's amazing how we selectively pick which countries we want to interject ourselves. Meanwhile, in Africa, people are starving, they don't have water, things like that. And I don't understand the lunacy of conquering a country in war when we first went to war over there, and then turn around and investing billions of dollars to build them back up. Meanwhile, right here in America, our infrastructure has been crumbling for the last 20 years. So do you want to tell us that we can't afford to feed hungry and give health care to the sick and fix our bridges and our highways and whatever, but we can spend billions of dollars? It makes no damn sense.
Listen, man.
Oh, my bad, Brenton.
Okay, I just want to say this. America, you remember America, I don't know if they desire to be hustled, but Afghanistan was pimping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come over there and you say, "Hey, we want to find the Taliban. We want to get them," but then you stay over there and they like, "Okay, we're gonna teach y'all how to fight." Y'all gonna teach us how to fight, and then I feel like you have. I don't want to say this, but then you teach them how to fight, and they say, "Well, no, y'all keep fighting. Y'all keep fighting. We like the way y'all fighting." Wait. And then when and I hear Lamar, I hear you too, Black, when y'all talking about, but Trump had a different agenda. He wasn't trying to pull the people out. He was trying to make money.
But I'm talking about the message.
I'm with you.
So that region in a lot of things, a lot of people don't. Well, some people don't understand. Lamar, leave that one alone. Leave that one alone.
I was about to say, let me piggyback over that one right quick. Okay, did y'all see? Wait a minute, an hour ago. I think it was an hour ago. Wait,
that's my reject.
The woman. You saw the Afghan woman.
You can talk about the woman. Go ahead.
The Afghan woman got on there and was like, made it a point to say, "Where is my president?" Because the Afghan women needed him. They feel a certain type of way about the Taliban coming. They said they ripped her flag off of her. It was very important. Like, it made, like, you got to think about it. Woohoo. Look, the commodity, they understand women are a thing. Like, we're supposed to protect the women. And they used that when in her speech. She forgot her total question, but remembered to play off the fact that, hey, our women are dying over here. So you, President Biden, need to do something about our women. What about our women here in America?
Okay. Too many women to try to deal with. All right, Dwayne.
So
we're gonna move on.
That region is it's never gonna be, that particular region is never gonna be controlled. The reason, like, we put so much effort and put so much emphasis in the Middle East is because of the oil. That's why. And
can I make one last comment?
Yes, sir. And that's what Trump wanted his hands on. He wanted his hands on.
And yeah, I mean, that was the biggest thing, and the biggest proprietor or country that prioritizes the most oil is Saudi Arabia. Why do we think why we had to have close ties with Saudi Arabia? Because Saudi Arabia is like the front to, helping push back Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, even though the relationship with the Saudi president is kind of like, because he assassinated that news reporter. But the problem is with Lamar, if we just
bring back Bush.
if we just go over there and try to take that region, the biggest issue that we'll have to deal with is Iran and then North Korea because of the nuclear threat that they'll start to pose. That's why we don't go and take. Oh, my bad, my fault.
You're getting too geeky. Okay,
that's just music.
That's right. Go on, Black. End it up for
This is just a short comment, and Brenton, this is right up your alley. And one of these days, you and I might have to discuss this, I'm sure.
Okay.
We're forgetting about the religious implications as well of the Middle East.
Yeah.
For hundreds of years, thousands of years, we've been battling over the Middle East, and there's a reason. The scriptures actually tell us. That's why Israel, Afghanistan, all these countries, are important. Is because more blood has been spilled over the Middle East in the name of God.
Yeah.
Because you got the Islams, absolutely, than any other thing. So we're fighting in the name of God. Because
we always fight in the name of God, though. It's God country.
And so
it's the dawn of time.
But if you know your Bibles,
if
you know your Bibles, they talk about that wild beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. And 2 Peter tells us that whenever it is they're crying peace and security, then sudden destruction is to be instantly upon them. We're not going to get no deeper than that. But there's a reason.
Yes. And there's so many ways we can go with that. Bill K said yes. So I know y'all. I listen. We could probably do the whole hour and a half, 2 hour show on this, and I can't. I just want to commentate on it.
He said we can't do it. Can't do it.
But
I
will say this. They're gonna do something else between now and Mondays. So we'll bring it back up and talk about it some more. All right. So that's just a little bit about the Taliban. So y'all keep your eyes open. That's right. Y'all need to go. Well, get saved if you don't hurry up. The Taliban's on their way. All right. So what?
I'm about to say, y'all gonna have to excuse me if y'all secretly laughing at me because this dang blanket, but I can't touch the thermostat.
Go ahead. Got that sheep, that wolf and sheep clothing.
Well, I mean, you would be warm if you took that cold, disgusting hat off.
Oh, listen,
man, I can't. My head look too rough now. My little head I got knocked upside the head a couple times. We can't do that. Can't do that.
That's vacation talk. What we got next, man? Let's go ahead to the next one. All right. White people census. Oh man. Listen. All I can do is commentate on the news. Whatever y'all feel about it is on y'all. But since 1790, this is the first time in census history that white folks have declined in their population. It says that in 2020, it says the report makes the first time the absolute number of people who identify as who identify as white alone has shrunk since a census started being taken in 1790. The number of people identifying as non-Hispanic, white, and no other race dropped by 5.1 million people to 191.7 million, a decrease of 2.6%. White folks, y'all in trouble?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I just have a question. So is it that the Hispanic people decided that they wasn't gonna be white no more and decided not to claim it? Wait, I mean that's valid.
That's a part of it. No, that's a real part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, the other question that I had was, if that's the case, that means that they've been what is that? It wasn't white supremacy. It was a white nationalist or something. Yeah, it was like identitarian. something like that. But they weren't claiming that they hated black people. They were just saying that they had white pride, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, they said that they were about to be extinct, right? They felt internally as a group that they had to protect their own because they were going to go extinct. White folks were going extinct. So does that mean that this confirms what they were saying? And so now they have a reason to act a fool? Is that what's coming next? That's my question.
I don't know. Go Black. What you got something? You got something interesting?
Well, I agree. Rue brings up a very good point. That is a part of it. That for years, if you could self-identify as white and get away with it, you did. But
it's no longer popular, huh?
Correct. You know, where we are now is diversity is now being celebrated. And particularly because we have that person out of office. Remember, when he was in office, a lot of them lived in true fear of actually identifying, you know, in their own, you know, the culture and little ethnic groups. But now that he's gone, it's popularized. But then here's the thing. You can't fight the inevitable. You know, we've opened our borders. You know, America is the very definition of America is give us your tired, give us your poor. And so for decades, we have opened our borders, and it's just inevitable that they were going to be in a minority. But what this really says for me, what this really says is it highlights the underbelly of America that Trump has been speaking to for so long, that at the core of all of our issues, the white man is fearful that he is no longer going to be at the top of the food chain. And so that is what is at the heart of all of these arguments.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Will there be another? Bill, you next? Y'all been talking. Come on. So that you guys are making some very intriguing arguments that I never really thought of. And the irony that all of a sudden black was once not even a 3/5 of a person, but now y'all don't want to be white no more. Well, is it just until y'all get somebody back in office that y'all can be proud of? I don't know what is it, because
I mean,
food stamps went up. We'll talk about that later. But I mean, what you think, bro? Dwayne,
I think
it almost looks like it's manipulating the numbers now, huh? But where y'all?
I mean, it's. I just look at it like this, man. It's the last. The last will become the first, and the first will become the last. So, I mean, what you think? The more people you bring into a country, you're gonna be outnumbered. You're gonna start losing your stronghold, your grip on society, and you're gonna start getting pushed off into the corner. I mean, and I
but
think,
we've been saying that for years, though.
Yeah,
we've been saying that we're not minorities. We are a majority of the world. What white folks only make about what?
Statistically, though, statistically, they already said that. Well, at least here in America, that, you know, by like 2030 or something, like white folks will be the minority. They will be the minority, and, you know, the majority of the populace will be between African Americans and Hispanics. I mean, it's really just.
I think the only way that's gonna happen, and you can have it black, is if they start shooting people with these guns that they love to have. So maybe they'll stay on top, but I don't know. We'll see. What you got, Black? You said now they are Italian.
He said Italian.
Italian Jews. Okay.
Well, I want us as African Americans to stay woke on this. Don't get fooled now. This is not just about the numbers. Right here in Georgia, where they spent $500 million to take these 2 Senate seats and shift the balance, you know, in Congress, in the Senate. Let me tell you why this is truly important, and we have to stay woke. While we're so focused on the big elections, the president and the governors and that, the real battle is being fought here in the trenches. What's going to happen, because whites are now no longer the majority, is they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and do redistricting.
Yes, sir.
What they're going to look at, you take a state like Georgia, for example, for the first time in all these years, that Savannah, Atlanta, all these are black cities. And what's going to happen is, I've been telling people this for a long time, you know what voting really is? We don't elect presidents. Stop kidding yourselves. Voting is a popularity contest. What voting does is it allows that man in that seat to be able to have a demographic picture of where we are. So now they know how to allocate funds to keep us down. That's why in any state you look at, it's pick a state, damn it. We only in about 10 or 12 of them, and they'll have ways to figure out why our people don't have computers and water and the same advantages, and they're going to go back and redistrict and see where the white precincts are, why the white populists are, and they're going to figure out a way to allocate funds to those places where it benefits them. Stay woke, and the battle should be fought on a smaller scale.
I'll be doggone it. Now, I thought that we was on to something. I thought we was on our way to the mothership. Y'all telling me we done got bamboozled, that these clowns just over here calling themselves something else, huh? Man, if it ain't the LGBTQ, it's the white folks. Nobody don't want to identify. Listen, we can't help that we black, right? So y'all just stick with what y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to change it up. Now y'all gonna who got one leg, who got two legs? I mean, what's it gonna be next? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, y'all gonna put disability in its own category, right? So, okay, whatever.
They're gonna do something.
Right. Yeah,
yes,
well,
sir.
Y'all still are almost at 60%, so I guess it is what it is. What's up, Bubba? I mean, don't be pushing them off of there.
I know he was like,
yeah, with the lollipop. All right, well, white folks, we're gonna keep an eye on y'all because y'all think y'all slick, but y'all still out there, and we know y'all ain't going nowhere. So stop trying to play us like we some dummies. But that's what y'all wanted us to read. So anyway, all right, what's next, man? What'd you say? Amen. I appreciate that, BLK. What'd you say? Propaganda for the poor folk, white folk keep hearing they're in the minority. I know they always want a narrative, right? We going early with the King, right? That's because Ken ain't on tonight, but we miss old brother, man. Hey, man, we good. Hope everything's well, man. We'll catch up with you Monday. Go on for it, King.
I ain't even gonna talk about Hear You right now. So what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobins is going on here? I saw a news article today that disturbed me.
Okay.
How is it that about 5 million or so Afghani refugees have now hopped on a C-17 and have strategically landed in a place in the United States of America? I don't know what we are thinking, because now we have opened the door to whatever type of terrorist cell, whatever type of terrorist group wants to get in America and start running wild in America. I don't understand it, but don't people know that these people chop folks' heads off? They chop them off, and they do it publicly. They don't do it behind closed doors, y'all. They put it on TV with an iPhone so you can see it. And you know, it baffles me. I feel like we should stop opening our doors to entities that will continue to destroy the nation. I mean, bad enough is already jacked up as is. But why are we going to bring more problems on top of the problems that we got right now? So, again, think about what we're doing. They chop people's heads off. They don't care who you are. They will drive a car in your school full of bombs and blow it up. They don't care. Stop it. America, please, please, I get it. Leave the Afghans to their own devices, and let's handle our problems in the United States of America. What in the haberdasheries and hemoglobins are we thinking? So let it be written, so let it be done.
Thank you, sir. That was a nice, direct, quick, straight reject. Hey, Tam, what's up? Good to see you.
What up, Tam?
So
What's up?
I guess if they're gonna blow us up, they're gonna vanish. I guess they're gonna call themselves Afghanis. I don't know. Whatever, they can do whatever they want to do. It don't matter. So, all right, sir. Appreciate that, man. What we got next? Bye, Robin.
Oh my God.
All right, bye, Robin. All right, y'all. Now listen again. I just want to say bye, Robin, and I'm not waving bye. All right, so listen, y'all.
Robin.
This is don't do that. So this is my thing, and I want to be clear to all my brothers and sisters out there. We are not homophobic here at the Morning Team. We're not
At all.
True.
I don't discriminate.
I don't either.
That's right. But what I do have a problem with is that I wouldn't even let my mama shoved medicine down my throat. And I refuse for people to shove this propaganda down my throat. Like y'all can't, Elmo can't be something else. Bert and Ernie can't be something else now. Yeah, like they got a whole network called Dragging the Classics. Y'all know that? And what they mean by that, they dragging the classics because they're turning the old shows. That's why I told them about them Wonder Years. Don't play around with that junk. But they taking the shows and they putting the women as drag men, and they're making them the women co-hosts to whatever the show is. So take for instance the Brady Bunch, the three sons and the three daughters. Well, all the three daughters are drag queens. Why?
What?
Can we not go back to the day where Ricky and Lucy had to sleep in separate beds?
Nope.
I mean, come on, man.
Nope, we can't do that. We can't do that. You know, that's against the rules.
Okay,
Nope.
all right. So here it is. So TMZ is reporting that the cartoon character Batman and Robin, all of a sudden now Robin is coming out as though he likes the I don't even want to say what I feel say. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? He fighting crime and you know, and he don't mind doing time either. Right? Just for the kicks and giggles. So what you say? They talking all of my they taking all the
they
favorite
getting
parts,
after him. They getting
right?
after him now.
So apparently now this DC character who fight crime as Robin, and when the sixth installment of the comic book dropped Tuesday, the story ended with Tim saying yes to going on a date with a guy named Bernard Dowd. Yeah,
What in the
what
world?
SpongeBob too? Okay, I don't even want to play. I didn't grow up with SpongeBob, so I don't care about that. But
Well, everybody
Black,
knew SpongeBob was one of those.
what'd you say, Robin? Like man bat? Get out of here! Listen to
Get out of here, Brittany.
Black man. What we gonna do about them, man? They gonna make everybody.
Yeah, true. It really is. You can't fight this. It's all about inclusion. And unfortunately, we're living in a time right now where the new civil rights movement is gay people. It's their time. You know, they've been able to push the agenda faster than we as African Americans minorities have been able to push our own agenda. You know, and so the reality is the people that make these decisions at the top, they happen to be homosexual. Let me say again, we are not homophobic, and we're not against them. I have some very good, you know, homosexual friends, you know, so we're not, and I don't mean that in the true racist way. I mean it really realistically, you know, I some of my best hookups have come from gay guys. I love them. Having said that, you know, that genie is never going back in the bottle, you know. And so I have a saying I've been saying for a long time. When you pray for rain, you also have to deal with the mud, you know, and that's from the Equalizer, movie from the Equalizer. And the reality is we've been screaming for decades about, you know, giving people rights and including everybody. We become a nation where everybody has to be included. And so we give out participation trophies for people when people don't have talent. And just so that I'm not just against gay people, I'm a chauvinist. I'm against female Marvel characters too. Wonder Woman is a damn fool, and I don't like her either. Having said that, I don't want my Robin to be gay, you know? So I don't want to messing with the classics, but we in this place now where they are going to remake and redo everything to include all of these people. And so unfortunately, whether you like it or not, it's going to be shoved down your throat, and you just have to take it right now.
And that's the only problem, y'all. I'm gonna let you go. This is my only problem, y'all. I don't. Some things need to remain private, right? Like you're as a parent. Like my kids don't just come into my room and lay in my bed. Why? Because that's their mama and daddy bed. Get out of my bed. So some things you don't have to listen. It's cool. We'll let y'all have y'all space, but you don't have to flaunt it around. Like it's just not necessary. And it's not even necessary that you think that we don't accept y'all because now y'all want to make everything that way. And it's not supposed to be. No, Rue.
I am like, okay, so I'm one of those, again, I don't discriminate. Like, I love who I love, period. So I'm gonna say this, try to be, sexual orientation is just exactly what it is. It's sexual orientation. And whenever you're sitting there and you have it as a cartoon, you are marketing to a child. And that is not a conversation that I want to have with a child.
Right.
So my viewpoint is yeah, just like y'all were saying, you need to, some things you just need to leave it alone. Everybody wants to talk about, we're in this day and age when we're talking about equality and inclusion, and I'm gonna be with one of those people that I'm just like, I'm not equal to a man. I don't want to be equal to a man, because there are things that as a woman that I embrace that are so much better than being a man. I'm sorry. Like, I get away with a whole lot more stuff than y'all can. And I take that. But I feel like we need to leave that alone. Like, Black women, stop trying to be like masculine or aggressive like men. Now, I'm one of those people that I am very, like, if you look at me, everybody, like, a man will automatically assume that I am very aggressive, that I am very masculine. However, I'm not trying to be. With the right person, I won't be. But when you are looking at it and you're being raised by these cartoons that are basically saying that it's okay to sexualize or fantasize, and it kind of desensitizes you. And I'll give you a prime example. So I'm back in martial arts, right? I'm gonna try to keep this short. I'm back in martial arts. The worst thing that a female could do is go in the gym and spar with a chauvinist. You just said you're a chauvinist, right? Spar with a chauvinist. In my mind, I am not trying to be a man. I am not trying to be masculine. I'm trying to work on my technique and try to figure out how to not get punched in the face. You go with a chauvinist and they are trying to prove a point. Now, if you are raising these kids on cartoons that are saying a man can act feminine or a man can be not masculine and a woman can be and like fight, you're basically raising a generation of people equal to each other, meaning I can hit you in your face as a man. That goes into domestic violence. Domestic violence laws will be different now, because you're basically saying that that's okay. A gay man can fight a woman regardless if he's like, do you get what I'm saying? Is this making sense? So this is like stemming. I feel like that should be left alone, because now we're shaping America, or shaping the world to view that we are equal. We are on the same playing field. You want to talk about paying people the same. You want to talk about sexual orientation is the same. You're going to talk about no gender identity. Our cartoons are raising our kids to see this. And to me, it's like it's a trickle down effect of, okay, we're going to be all on the same basketball team, football team. We're going to war together. If you're in a battle, like, you can get shot too. Like, I don't want this. As a woman, I don't want this at all. I feel like we need to stay in our lanes.
Yeah.
Stay in our lanes.
All right, go on, Brother Martin.
Well, and I have to 100% agree with my sister over there, because I wish a woman would continue to think that it's okay to be aggressive and jump all up in my face because you see Cardi B or somebody on TV acting all stupid and you think that's okay. That ain't okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna knock your ass the hell out. That's period, point blank.
See?
There are areas of aggression that we will accept now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you get my point. So to the point that I'm making is, it's not okay to decentralize or desensitize cartoons that have, in our generations, have nobody ever touched the fact that, oh, well, Bert and Ernie were gay. What? Ain't nobody think about that. But now you trying to implement it because you want to appease a certain brand of people. And I say brand, not a certain
Yeah, because they buy stuff. They buy stuff. A lot of stuff.
It's a certain brand of people. And again, nowhere near homophobic. Got gay family members, whatever. I could care less. What you do in your private life, that's what you do, big dog. But keep it separate. And this is being a parent. Keep what you do to yourself. Don't try to infuse or computer program your lifestyle into a lifestyle that has been generations before. Like
Right.
the one reason I can't stand the TV show American Dad. I mean, we all know that Stewie, he dibbles and dabbles of whether he wants to be gay or whether he wants to be straight. We all know that. But
Family Guy.
then, but here I'm going. The American Dad, they got a gay alien. Come on now, that's just that's just a little bit too much. That's just a little bit too much. And I think and I think when you start doing things and adding those things, it causes confusion. It's not okay. You know, it's not okay to take something that is innocent, like SpongeBob. Like I like SpongeBob, but then when I figured out, like, oh, they made SpongeBob really queer in a sense, I stopped watching it because, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really, I don't want to watch something like that. And then now, every time you turn on Netflix, you got another gay show or gay
Yes.
biology or something. I'm like, what? No, like,
It's
man,
like you don't
like,
want us to force you into the closet, but you're forcing us
exactly.
to
You
like
forcing us in your lifestyle. Stay in your look, bro. Stay in your closet.
And I appreciate us articulating it like that, because the reality is that that's what the frustrating or what this the opposition with us. Like, it's not the fact that we don't mind you coming out, but you don't have to come out on a big stage with a spotlight wanting us all to pay attention. Listen,
because it's about sex.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's sex.
It's about the sex.
God.
So
like there's a football player that just recently came out about 3-4 months ago. I mean, and he got to put it all over Twitter or Instagram.
Right.
Homie,
it's an agenda.
Nobody care. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's ultimately an agenda, and we're just here to speak on it. And again, if you take offense to it, then you want to, because nobody here is.
I ain't clapping.
Well, it's not. Yeah, no. Listen, I pass up everybody on the corner holding up a sign asking for money, especially when KFC saying they hiring right across the street. So no, I'm just telling you, you can't ask me for no dime when you can go over there and get $8.25, right? Whatever. So I'm just saying it's cool, like, but like you don't see me displaying my relationship with my spouse. We're not asking for you to do the same.
I know. I barely even post my husband on Facebook, so
I don't post no relationship, nothing on Facebook, because
exactly, it ain't nobody's business.
And I want y'all to know, I'm having a lot of fun back here too, and I mean it. But I just ain't none of your business.
That's right.
Exactly. Like,
that's
right. I could be beating down the whole block, but it ain't none of somebody's business.
All right. So that's just so Robin. We appreciate it, but don't come out. Come back. No, so bring Robin back. That's the new word, right? Bring Robin back. All right. So that's our soapbox on that today. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Let's see what we got next. Oh, parent triggers.
We just had one of those.
Did we have one of those?
Yeah, we had one of those.
Okay.
Interrupting mommy while we're just sitting here trying to do our business, just all up in the mix for no reason.
Well, listen, I want to set the stage here, and I want to show y'all one of my pet peeves that started this on, and then we'll talk about it. Man, show the video.
I want to punch every single freaking mama in their face right now. What the hell wrong with you?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hey, girl, what you know good? Oh, it said, Lord help him. Yeah, for real. Listen, y'all. This is
love you too, baby.
I don't know who that was. Caillou. I don't know who that.
That's Coco Melon.
I don't even know who that is. What
Coco Melon. Johnny. That is Johnny.
What was that?
From Coco Melon.
I never heard of him, but
I
love that. It brought me so much joy.
You know what?
My question is.
Oh my God! We just what?
Let you clean that up. I will. I never let you clean it up. But this is what I want to say. Number one, like this is again. We don't y'all. Lee talking about be woke. Listen, y'all. Y'all gotta get up out this bed because they're trying to teach.
I'm in my bed.
Well, I want everybody
else.
Yeah, I want everybody else but Ruth to get out their bed because number one, what they're trying to do is they want you to think Robin and Batman sleep together. Then they want you to think it's okay to twerk at 6 and 7 years old. Do y'all
Never
understand
heard of
what
these sinners.
I don't want to see a little girl's butt doing that. Understand what they're supposed to be doing to somebody's thought process, and then y'all get mad at pedophiles.
Bingo.
Extreme. But see,
I'm
that's
not
where I was going
understanding.
with this.
Bingo.
That's where I was going with
Oh,
that. Like, how is it
that
that we are okay with a 6 or 7 year old girl listening to Megan Stallion talk about bust it, but like, and then we're gonna have that little girl with a human, with a person that was in a monkey suit in a sense, because it's a freaking monkey. Like, and it's okay.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all just saw. I have a
there's
13-year-old girl. I wish I would catch Aaliyah Renee Martin doing some madness like that. I'll
and we
bust
have
upside her
to
doggone head.
also make a point that we should all know where that type of dance comes from. Like, that is a mating dance.
Yeah.
Even as it has evolved over time periods into
That was a good
twerking,
word.
it's still to attract the opposite sex.
That
That
was a
is
very good
to
word.
mate
There you go.
with your partner.
It's
That
like,
is
hey,
So
very-
come,
to have
like,
a
hey,
child
come
do
get
that
this,
dance,
come
that's
get this.
freaking ridiculous.
That's right. That's a great word, ladies and gentlemen. That is Rue's word of the day. That is a
Mate.
mating call.
Yes.
Right? If
Not a
you're
mating
asking
call.
your child, yes, it is, because
I
I know
know.
what that looked like. You know what I'm saying? And it frustrates me. And I'm gonna let Lee clear up his statement that he said, and then I want to get into these parent triggers. Yes, sir. Whoremongers. Look at you. All right, Lee. Why did that make you proud? No, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Whatever.
Right. No,
Yes,
it
sir.
brought me some enjoyment
Yes,
because
enjoyment.
I never seen the character personally, and it was funny. I'm able to separate. I'm able to compartmentalize and separate things. So, to be clear, what the little girls was doing, absolutely horrid and despicable. But to see a cartoon character, it's kind of like watching midgets. I enjoy stuff like that. So that was kind of funny. And yeah, when I'm down, that's I can watch that.
So
You watch midgets
you like
fight,
my
man.
midget. I need to bring my
You know.
midget final thoughts back, huh?
You watch,
I do.
you
Get
watch midgets
They're
fight.
just
out.
inherently funny. Midgets are inherently funny to me.
I'm gonna do
Right.
mine
And
this
just
week.
watching that.
Okay,
But
in
let me
your
say this.
defense,
Mhm.
I did like when I saw what was it, Tigger, when Tigger was twerking in the suit.
Right. So that's what I
was
mean.
funny.
Watching any kind of mascot or something is tantamount to Three Stooges kind of stuff. Now, having said that, on a serious note, this is indicative of a much bigger problem, people. Think about what was happening.
Right.
This is some backyard party, and the parents thought it was cool to videotape this. But guess what? Log into TikTok right now. 90% of TikTok is young girls, underage girls shaking their ass around. I'm so sick of people twerking out. If a woman never bent over again, I'm fine. But again, that genie is out the bottle. We have become a nation that glorifies sex at an earlier age, and then turn around, like you said, Brenton, and want to wonder why there's pedophiles. When you're showcasing this, you're buying them the clothes.
Right.
This is indicative of a much bigger problem, that parents have become friends. They're no longer parents. And so they are actually glorifying and encouraging this behavior. And that's where we're at. And for our young Black girls to be viewed as sexual object at such a young age, and something we don't talk about. We can talk about the Taliban. You know how many Black girls have come up missing every single day, and it's never put on the news?
Yep.
Because once again, they have no value. They have no value.
Object. And
So we have.
that's what I was
do you know
saying
why they called it?
before.
But let a little white girl go missing.
Oh,
That's why they called
the
it.
world gonna stop. The world gonna stop to find that girl.
And that's why they named it a white name when somebody goes missing. Amber Alert is because Tashana Alert wouldn't move anybody.
But see, this is what I have an issue with. It's and you said something that I said before. Our Black women, and I love my queen, and my daughter will never have TikTok. She better be grown before she get TikTok. You know, black women just spend a lot of, not a lot of, but some spend more time doing OnlyFans, all these things that accentualize. Oh, only thing I'm worth is just sex. Only thing I'm worth is just a sexual object. I'm just a
Yes,
piece
sir.
of meat. So this is how I
Yes,
am
sir.
viewed. And
Yes, sir.
and I think like every time I turn around on Instagram, model this, model that, gorgeous girls this, and it's like, and they're all of them are black, but you hardly ever see a page of white women doing that because we have.
That's not true. That's not true.
Not on
Stay
Instagram.
out
I don't
there.
see it. I mean, they're out there.
Man, I'm in a group full of dudes. Oh no, wait.
But check this out. If you see it, there's a different class to it. And you got and really if you go look, there's a different class to
That's
it.
right, Tim.
So if you see black women twerking, what are they in? A strip club? Only thing you worth is $1. You this, you that. Are you a hoe? You this, you that. But let that be a white woman doing the same.
She done
exact
profited abundantly.
thing. You not gonna hear somebody call her no hoe, no trick, no none of that. She is an exotic dancer. She is an exotic dancer.
We're gonna have to get Dwayne some more followers so he can see these other people.
Yeah, because I'm gonna look. I'm the homie, right? I'm the homie. So I get the group chat. Look, no, I get the group chat where it'll be cars, engines, motorcycles, ass. Oop. behind. Oop, there's a boob. Behind. So, and they're usually white. They're usually white women or Hispanic women or light-skinned women. I really don't see too many chocolate on there. So that's not true. There's not true. There's a lot of white women doing it, but it's just that they're capitalizing on it in a different way than black women are.
It's a different class.
I don't want to call it.
I don't know. I don't think it's a different class. It's a different
class. If you really look at it and you look at it for the nitty gritty of what it is, it's a different class of how it is broadcasted. Black women are seen as in a certain light as what it is, because every time you see a music video, every time you see whatever it is,
I think it goes with your demographic. I've
seen all sorts of demographics, Rue, but I'm just saying our women are put on this certain plateau that, hey, this is what you do. But you turn the page and you look at a white woman, they have different words, different things for it. They won't say, oh, that's a hoe. No, they'll say, oh, she's an escort, or she's an exotic dancer.
Okay, I get your point.
But then
this is what I want to say. I get your point, but this is what I want to say about that. It's the conundrum what we talked about a few weeks ago as it relates to black people and our thought process. Like we are literally America's social project. We're this project that America has now tried to erase out of the minds of the people. That we didn't try to make black people do that. We didn't make them. Yes, y'all did.
Yeah,
and we are literally this experiment in America. And so we have this problem of like y'all said, compartmentalizing things to where we want to have integrity. We want to have the real pureness of honesty, but at the same time, we still want what they're doing, and we can't have it both ways. And it's hard for us, I really I don't want to take that rabbit hole, but yes, go ahead, man.
But to piggyback, I almost lost my train of thought because he was going on the tangent. Okay, so we also have to remember this too, that with young girls, it's kind of like the same thing with police brutality to me. Like, it's been happening. It's just now we have a platform in order to get more information out there, and we're seeing it more because everybody has a camera. So we think back in the day, it seems like the laws for what age a you actually became a woman has changed. So it's because people are fighting for child's rights, right? So you have at one point, 15 years old, you could get married. 12 years old, you could get married. And it was younger and younger that you saw 9-year-olds getting married. In other countries, still to this day, 14, 15, 16-year-olds are getting married to grown men. So to I feel like a part of the disconnect is we're saying, oh, now, like, what is wrong with these people now? No, this has been happening. This was normal back then, and we're just now progressing into real, us verbalizing that this is wrong.
Okay.
If that makes any sense to me.
I mean, I thought it was wrong even back in the day. I mean, nobody's dismissing the
I mean,
fact
it was, but okay. Did you see Pretty Baby? This is a prime example. Did you see Pretty Baby?
I don't
Like back in the day when I was a kid, one of the first movies that really explained that type of thing to me was Pretty Baby. And it was about this little girl, and she was a little white girl on the prairie, got scooped up and was basically groomed to be a prostitute. And her virginity was like the thing. Like, if you were a virgin, you get top dollar. You pay top dollar for this little girl. And when she came of age, which was 15, she got sold to this dude. And it basically showed her life as, having, this guy bought her. She had babies. She had started a family. And then she was a woman. And then, she was raising kids. And it brought to light right then and there, especially with my personal situation, that men at the time, they will look at you as a woman at that age. Like, it doesn't matter.
I got you.
So
right,
that right there with the twerking and stuff, it's you're basically promoting that and saying, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Black, go ahead. And then
Well,
wish Ken was here so we can get back on track.
Yeah, no, just real short on this, on this, that I'm gonna respectfully disagree on certain points there. You're right that it happened in the past, and I think it was more of anomalies. There's always been wicked people with poor mindset, but what we're seeing today is a cumulative effect of taking prayer out of homes and out of schools, taking discipline out of homes and out of schools. And so, yes, it's more available and widely viewable because of social media. It happened in the past, but not at the wide scale, broad level that we're seeing now, because we have become a nation, white, black, and everything in between, where we're rejecting anything that's traditional. And that's where we're seeing the cumulative effect. And it's happened before, but not at this wide scale level where it's not just black and white. That's why I talked about TikTok. You have just as many little white girls twerking they flat little butts around just as black girls, Asian and anything else, So
yep, it's a part of the culture now.
Thank you. It's very much cultural.
Okay, so Ken, thank you for coming in, but I want to get back on track with parent triggers. So that was a trigger, and you see what it did? It shot off a lot of guns and it shot off a lot of bullets. But I just wanted to offer, a moment here. Like, we're all parents. What is a trigger that just one? What's a trigger of yours, Dwayne, as a parent? That I'll tell you what. Let me read. There was a study. There's a nice Caucasian lady gave a study, and she said the top 6 parenting triggers. Right? She says number 6, sibling fighting. 5 is physical pain. 4. And remember I said the white lady did this. She said one of the 6 triggers, number 4 is I hate you. That's for y'all. I don't know about that one. That don't even resonate.
That don't go with that.
I'm sorry, but I'm a mom, so I'm a mother. So y'all are dads. I'm a mother. It hurts me to hear that.
Not to say no. I hear you. But what I'm saying, like, you're a mom, but I better not even hear it said to.
Yeah, I wish my daughter would.
Yeah. Okay. So number 3, disrespectful behavior. Number 2, not listening, and number 1, whining. So that was her top 6 that she came up with her book. I was wondering, what is one of y'all's triggers? You know what I'm saying? I think Rue already said her Bubba being in the bed with her.
No, it's just interrupting me. Like I take a time. I feel like I'm very considerate, especially when it comes to my kids. When I don't have to be, I'm breaking generational curses, trying to be more understanding, adopting new culture, parenting. Like I am one of those parents that have tried to evolve with the times because we are not in the same day and age. So it irritates me. My trigger is when I'm being considerate and I'm trying to hear you out, but that black mama kicks back up in me and you feel real comfortable talking to me and your voice go up. Then I want to punch you in your throat. And then you have the audacity to say, why are you yelling at me? That's a trigger. That is a trigger. Why are you yelling at me?
Okay.
Because your voice went up and I thought maybe you needed help. You needed help right there. So it was to keep me from hitting your throat.
All right, Brittany says lying and laziness. What you got, Dwayne? What's your trigger?
For me, like I one is lying, but the biggest thing that triggers me with my daughter is when I have to repeat myself. Like I guess like Rue, like don't interrupt me. Don't make me have to repeat myself like 4 or 5 times. I don't even repeat myself to my damn soldiers. Like, so what in the heck makes you think that I'm gonna repeat myself to you and you my child, you 13 and I'm 38? Let's try this again. No, I don't put my hands on my daughter because the first man that ever put his hands on I think I whooped my baby twice in her whole entire life. I wish a man would put their hands on my child. I don't care how old she get. But don't make me repeat myself. Like I told her today, you keep acting up, you cut me off. I'm taking your money. Like she done lost $20 already from my allowance. But next I'm about to start doing push-ups and sit-ups and you about to do some, burpees, everything. It's about to get real because there's a thin line and that just pisses me off.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I don't do allowances because I tried that and they don't appreciate nothing. So you have to work for everything that you want.
All right.
Oh, she worked because she got a whole checklist on that refrigerator she got to do and grades.
All right, Black. What's your trigger?
My
kid's gone.
My son is grown, but my trigger is simple and it still applies to him, even though he's a young adult. We are not equal.
Yes.
I am not your friend.
I am not your friend, man.
Your friend. Don't address. I don't care how old you get. We're not buddies. We're not partners. I'm not your dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
bro,
for me,
I'm not your bro.
I am whatever new terms they come up with out there. When you in my presence, I am your father, and so we ain't gonna never be equal.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be able to walk in the shoes that I walk, and so for me, that's my biggest thing. Recognize you can get to be 40. You're still my son, and you're still not my equal. You're gonna never get grown enough to where you're my equal.
I hear you. All right. So my trigger, just real quick, and we can move on. I don't like incompetence. Like
that part.
I'm a very intelligent person, and my kids been living with me all their life. So I expect for you to pick up what your daddy putting down. So
exactly.
I don't.
You picking
I
up
don't
what
like,
I'm putting down.
I tell my kids this. I don't know. It's not an answer. So that's a lie. So if I ask you a question, you don't let I don't know come out your mouth because that means you're not thinking, and you thought about what you was doing. And so I need to understand. So I just don't like incompetence. And so that's a trigger for me. So
yep.
Right,
I have to ask them, are you dense? You can't be that dense. Yeah. And then has to make them think because they like dense.
Yeah.
What's dense?
But you ever thought about and this is before we go on, you ever thought about sometimes the things that we say to our children actually mentally affect them? Words are you stupid? Or
you can't say that because then they think you're calling them stupid.
Well, see, okay, so all right, I'm going to dig one ditch and I'm not going deep. It is. I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you something. Mental toughness. If I offend you by a word I'm saying, well then you need to go to Afghanistan.
Bingo.
Stand here Like, what you gonna do at
They
the
are
job?
scoffed.
Like, wait
Yeah,
till
they
you take
couldn't.
somebody's
They had.
order. When you
They
take somebody's
cutting people's
order,
heads off.
well, what I'm saying is, when you taking somebody's order and they talk to you like you're a dog, well, then I mean, you're not prepared. So if I called you stupid, just know I did it out of love, right? Because somebody else gonna call you stupid and they don't care nothing about you.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I hear you. So I'm just saying that's what we're pulling away from the culture, right? So
Yeah.
again, we're trying to eat just meat and no carbohydrates. We won't make a balanced diet. Yeah,
No.
listen. Yeah,
But
I
that's
I done
try
been
that's
like
what
on.
I was
yeah,
alluding. That's what I was alluding to. Brittany.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
You
that
can try
mental.
that new age.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't try
No,
that. I'd be like,
No,
girl, get
I
me some.
try it, but then I have to
Uh,
remind them. Like, bro,
no.
I'm still the same one.
I just ask my kids not. I just tell my kids don't try your daddy's gangster because it's real, and I'm a gangster. Be
mhm.
Like
careful.
I
Yeah. All
like
right.
I
All
had
right. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Come on. We got one more, and then we're gonna get to the favorite part for y'all. Oh, look at that, Lee Black. Holla at her. Oh, there it is again.
I tried to clean it up. I tried to clean it up. I really did.
All right. Well, let them. Well, I think everybody have one of both of them, don't they?
And
Well, I do have.
you literally went where I
Well,
was gonna go. We've
I
heard that
just
expression.
I just want to say I got an uncle that don't have one. They sold his up,
Oh.
so he had to get one out the side. Something happened. Maybe he
Hey,
lost his intestines or something. I don't remember what it was. Okay, I'm sorry.
but no, right on time because to your it is right on piggybacking on the conversation we just had about mental toughness. We talked about Robin being gay, and so again, I'm going to highlight a situation that just happened the other day. Ti is in hot water again
oh
because
yeah.
of
So
of comments he said, and Leslie Jordan, in case you know who he is, he's a 66-year-old white actor. He was on the show Will and Grace, the little short white guy. And during the pandemic, he became highly famous, popular because his videos were going viral because he has an opinion on everything. Very funny, likable guy. And as the paparazzi say, who could hate Leslie Jordan? Long story short, he was asked about T.I.'s comments when T.I. defended basically the baby. The baby, the rap artist, had gone on stage and basically talked about the fact that, he said some comments about gay people and this and that. He lost a lot of revenue from it. He had cancer from the different shows and things like that. And I love the way T.I. handled it. The white guy, the actor said, I don't even know how T.I., he didn't say anything nasty. He said, I don't know who he is, but the paparazzi said, well, he's basically been on a homophobic slant. Well, what I like about what T.I. said, he says, while I'm clueless as to what I've said that was offensive or homophobic, I welcome the opportunity to speak with you on the matter. I'm hoping we can sit down and have a conversation next time I come to LA, according to affording you the chance to convey your perspective to me while allowing me to express mine to you. Now, what was the so hurtful thing that T.I. actually said that the paparazzi really said that he was homophobic? His comment was, if Lil Nas X can kick his shit in peace, so should the baby. #equality. And then he even doubled down on the fact that he didn't want his kids seeing Lil Nas X videos. We know he got the one where he's lap dancing the devil.
Yeah,
But he even went further and said that he didn't want even his kids watching the WAP video with Cardi B, even though he personally enjoyed it. Now, what does this have to do with opinions and assholes? Now, we've heard that expression. Everybody has one. And so what we talked about at the top of this show is, about this agenda that the gay populace is pushing. And it's just their time. But for people who are homosexual, now who identify as such, with all their many different letters, LGBTQ, ZQ, whatever, and I'm not making fun of them, but the list keeps going on and on and on. For you to preach tolerance, y'all are the most intolerant people right now running around here in society. Yeah. So my thing is, you can't open yourself up for opinions and then get angry about it. We're too reliant upon what other people think about us. That fat chick Lizzo, she's crying and bumping her gums right now because they said she's bullying her. You are fat. Get over it. I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm a fat bastard and I know it, but you can't hurt my feelings. So
Oh,
you
man.
can't go to these social media sites
I'm
and then
done.
put yourself out there and then wonder why somebody comment on it. All of a sudden they're hating, they're bullies and this and that. So in 2021, gay people, if assholes can be open and welcome anybody that want to go inside of them, outcome opinions can't have the same leverage.
Oh, man. There it is.
I'm not touching that.
There it is.
Listen, that is brought to you by none other than Lee Black. He is your neighborhood professional. I don't even. Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But we appreciate that because that is the truth. So, shout out to everybody who's gonna still get offended by it. Oh yeah.
Always.
All right. Yeah.
In case you're wondering, I'm truly not homophobic. My son, my 20-year-old son, he's a sword swallower, and I love him too.
A sword. Sword. I'm not. I can't. See? Nope.
You still better respect your daddy, boy. You hear me? Oh my goodness. Listen, I so appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Brittany. Appreciate that, man. I know that's for Lee's sword swallowing statement. I know it was.
Thank you, Brittany.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, listen. I want to give some honorable mentions tonight before we get out of here. I got two more things I just want to say, and I want to be quick about it. So let's hit it. One, I want to talk about this teacher that she got stabbed because, in California, she got stabbed because of mask. I just want to make one statement. Y'all don't got a problem with people shooting up people in the schools, but y'all got a problem with somebody putting something around their mouth. I don't understand. Where's the irony in all of this? Y'all, what is the foolishness about? But I don't understand. Y'all more mad about a mask than y'all about a gun.
Yep.
No, they're mad about the right to choose.
Okay, well, guess what? Ain't no mask kill nobody, but a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's ridiculous.
If it ain't bothering you, leave them alone. They can wear one if they want
Exactly.
to. All right. Then my final situation is y'all in these food stamps. Y'all know the food stamps I got to raise.
Yep.
27%.
I said, my goodness, and I can't find a white card nowhere. But y'all at, man? Listen, I thought y'all was doing $2 for $1. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. But y'all know what y'all used to do. So stop. Listen, y'all finna get y'all got a better raise than most of us on our job got.
That's right.
So listen, y'all stop being
and let's remember that most of the people on food stamps is not a person of color.
They don't exist anymore. No, they gone away. They can't be existing. So now they're gonna no, they're not. They're gone. So I just want to let y'all know, y'all listen. If y'all got 400 last month, now y'all finna get 625 this month. So be thankful for all you have, and listen. Just stop buying up all my raisin bread when y'all go out to
No, that's
store.
No,
Hey,
that's
raisin
the
bread is
only
so
reason
delicious.
why. That's the only reason why that they would be willing to raise food stamps if you think about it. Because think about the people that were out of work that were actually filing for that, and it was predominantly probably white women.
Well, they're decreasing, but their money's going up. So hopefully somebody will inherit that money. You know what I'm saying? Listen, just drop it off at the corner. We'll pick it up for you. All right, y'all. Listen, it has been a fantastic show. I just want to say welcome back, Rudy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glad to see you, and and the bros, and hopefully next week we'll have everybody on, and we'll be right back to this morning team today. And I'm so excited. So listen, thank you so much. Thank you, Shahana. I appreciate that. Brittany, thank you for your contribution. And I can't think of all blacks. Thank y'all for your contribution. We have final
Appreciate
thoughts.
that.
We still have time to get those things in.
Thank you.
We'll be here all morning. So thank y'all so much. So let's get our final thoughts. Brother King, you want to start us off?
Yeah. So people, trying times. I'm not a person that like to say, okay, well, I don't care about other people. I feel sorry for the people in Afghanistan. for the things that they're going through. But sometimes we have to be, a victim to our own devices. Sometimes we have to stand up and fight for what we believe in, and it's a terrible thing. Stick to your guns, I guess. Just glad to see everybody. Girl dad power around this mug, and Rue, please take that ugly Cowboys hat off your head.
Yeah, mama.
Black Cobbler, let them have it.
For me, each week we come on here, and this is a beautiful show. I hate to miss this show because Brenton, you bring to the forefront so many different areas about what's going on in our world. And it's in case people watch, for people who watch, this is not all black and white. I love that we're able to tackle tough subjects and do it in an entertaining way, we hope. Having said that, we got to get back to being parents. When you think about all the topics we talk about on this show, whether it be the big microeconomic stories about the government, all the way down to the small things that affect our households. Don't be fooled, people. We can still change things. Michael Jackson said the man in the mirror starts with you. As parents, as uncles, as aunts, as friends, we can make real changes one small step at a time by actually interjecting some common sense in an uncommonsensical world.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that wasn't his a-hole, that was his opinion.
I'm done.
No, I'll just
I can't.
Madam, I say the best for last because we ain't seen you in a while, and so listen, take
I
it away.
know.
Good to see
I'm
you.
like so happy to be here, but I just realized the longer that I was sitting here, the more I was crashing. It's like they tell you don't sit still.
Right. Okay.
I am like about to be out. I can't wait.
Okay.
So I guess my final thought is yes, I agree with Lee. Like we need to take our parenting back. Again, I am one of those parents that are trying to incorporate a little of the new age parenting with a little bit of the old school. Bruce Lee said, take what's necessary, discard what's unnecessary, and make it uniquely your own. So I'm trying to do that. So I encourage everybody to do the same. But yes, keeping in mind, there are like what we are teaching our children, what we are basically making acceptable in their eyes is what they're going to go with. So in the future, when you see everybody running around and everybody's equal, you really have to buckle down and see what equal means. Really think about what. So if you're a woman and you talking about you want equality, do you really want to be equal to a man? Really think about it. Do you? All them perks gonna go bye-bye. So,
Well,
just saying.
That's right. Please keep it perky.
They going bye-bye.
Yes. Well, listen, y'all. It's been a fantastic show again. I'm glad to see majority of the family here. So, again, hopefully, Ken, wherever you at, brother, we missed you. Miss hearing your thoughts, man. But he'll be back on Monday, I think. So, and we'll be in full effect. All right. So, listen, y'all. I dedicated this final thought to my good friend Rue.
No, Lord, help.
She's a beautician. No, it's not bad.
No, I am not a beautician. I am a dual license. I am a dual license barber cosmetologist. I'm a barber stylist.
Put some respect on her styles.
You could just
2 licenses. Thank you.
Thought, though. It's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, in the crazy world we live in, with just life looking like a roller coaster, we got to stick together, even when you're about to lose your mind. Stick together, right? And so, on this roller coaster of life, I just want to say to this dual licensed barber, take a look at this picture and tell me what's wrong with this.
Only the wig was tighter than their grip.
Oh, snap.
Is that how quick they get? As quick as y'all put them on?
She knew she was wrong for that. She knew she
Okay.
was wrong
All
for
right.
that.
Well,
That lace front, well, they say the lace front's supposed to stay on even in the pool. So
Oh,
she really do need to blame
Nah,
her
she ain't.
beautician for that.
Shit, I'm about to say
yeah.
blame that beautician for that one.
Maybe she was on one of them planes that was trying to get up out of Afghanistan. I don't know. Well, listen, y'all. This has been a fantastic show. Listen, that's Rude, that's King, and that's Black Cobbler. We will see y'all on Monday. I'm out. Later.
Bye.